Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and having a great one. Anita here. Yay! We're back with the health series and we're doing the alkaline acidic balance to keep diseases at par. Yeah, so we're going to look at the few things that we need to know because we need to maintain that alkaline acidic balance for us to keep healthy and for us to keep diseases away. Sawa sawa? Yeah, so let's get into it. And before we even start, guys, kindly make sure you subscribe. It supports my channel. Please like, comment, share, all those good things. So in this channel, basically what I do, we talk about health, we talk about lifestyle, we do lifestyle videos, we do health videos. Yeah, so basically that's what we usually do. Yeah, so let's get into it, guys, without further ado. Yeah, so what do we mean by acid alkaline balance? So basically, we can all remember that we learned about the pH. The pH, that we used to draw a line and we have the acidic, basic, and we had a neutral. Yeah, so basically when we say balance in the body, acidic alkaline balance, what we mean is it needs to be at neutral. Sawa sawa. So if the body gets to too acidic, about 2.2, you can die of alkalosis. If the body gets to basic, again you can die of acidosis. So you need to maintain that balance, and that's why you hear some of the things like water, they are neither alkaline nor basic, they are neutral. Like most of the water, it needs to be neutral, and for most of our cells in the body, they are slightly acidic because most of the cellular activities, they happen there. So usually they're 6.5, around 6.5. Yeah, so slightly acidic. So the cells need to be at that, to be maintained at that point. And we need to keep in mind that we have so many cancer cases, we have so many diseases nowadays, and usually, especially these cancer cases, remember, cancer thrives well in acidic environment. And when we say acidic environment, what are maybe some of the things that could cause predispose our bodies to be acidic? First, it is the diet, whatever we eat. Very, very important. We're going to look at that. Again, we need to look at our environment. For example, the house you're living in. Do we have access to sunshine? If not, it could create a basic environment. Another thing, do you exercise? Too much exercise. For example, you find some people doing 60 minutes of aerobics, which is very dangerous. That could create an acidic environment in our body. Not doing exercise would create an acidic environment in our body. Again, sunshine, we talked about it. You open up the windows. That is where even the oxygen comes in. And when we say about oxygen, it is good because you find that most of the, especially cancer cells, cannot thrive in oxygen. So you need that oxygen. You need to open your windows when you wake up to make sure the sunshine comes in, make sure there's airflow of oxygen. It also helps in other diseases like TB. We have so many TB cases nowadays, yeah? So you need to keep that in mind. Okay? Yeah, and again, you need, for example, you need to make sure that wherever you're staying, it's not damp. The pillowcases we're sleeping in, take them out for aeration. Okay, make sure the house you're living in, it's not moldy, because you find that the molds, they create a very basic acidic environment. Okay, so another thing that that could cause you to be acidic, if you're not having enough rest, that is very dangerous. You need to have at least 8 hours of sleep. Sorry, I'm adjusting. At least 8 hours of sleep. So make sure you have enough rest, and make sure that your stress levels are a bit reduced, and the anxiety levels. I know most of us, that is where we have an issue with keeping in mind that life has become so difficult, and most of us are getting stressed, and you can see the rises in hypertension, the diabetes, the cancer cases. So let's try and reduce our stress levels. Yeah. So what happens when you break all these, when you predispose your body to this acidic environment? So what happens is, now the blood senses you your body is too acidic, so it draws calcium out of the bones. And remember, calcium is one of the most acidic mineral. Okay, so it comes in as calcium phosphate, and it will neutralize, and you'll be safe. It alkalizes your blood. But what does that cost you? Now you'll have the crystals will be formed, and you start having problem with, example, gastritis, the gouts. So that usually is what happens. So someone now starts complaining of gout, someone starts having arthritis. Okay, yeah, so let's try and avoid these things. So when you look at the diet, that could alkalize your body. Remember, it's supposed to be a 70 to 30%, whereby 70% should be an alkaline diet, 30% should be an acidic diet. So it should be almost 70-30%. Okay, yes, for your body to be neutral. So these alkaline foods, we're talking of things like the dark green leafy vegetables. And when we talk about dark green leafy vegetables, we talk of things like the spinach, the tereres, the managus, and most of you take cabbage as dark green leafy vegetables. That is not a dark green leafy vegetable, and cabbage is rich in fiber. So take note of that. Okay, we talk of the quinoas, the quinoas, the quinoa, the millets, those things, the cereals. We have these like the green grams. Those are some of the alkaline foods. Okay, and make sure to also take a lot of water. Nobody has ever died of taking a lot of water. Take enough. We say at least 8 glasses of water daily. Okay, and in addition to this, make sure you do now the opposite of what they could cause the acidity in your body. Take this as a good diet. Make sure you rest, reduce your anxiety levels, make sure you get the sunshine that you need, make sure you do the exercise. Okay, yeah, and the key thing, it's the dark green leafy vegetables. Those ones are very good in alkalizing your body. Remember, always I advise people on using the diabetic plate. Even if you're not diabetic, always make sure your vegetables are part of your every meal. Always make sure that you eat half of your vegetables. Okay, yeah, so those are some of the alkaline foods. Okay, yeah, so now, and what are these acidic foods? Some acidic foods, we have the coffee. Yes, we have coffee, we have cigarettes, we have alcohol, we have wheat products. No, most of us are culprits. We cannot do away with the wheat. Long time ago, the wheat was not as much complex. It was not complex, but nowadays wheat is very dangerous. Okay, yeah, and if you have things like gout, gastritis, avoid things like tomatoes and capsicums. Okay, and usually you should learn to listen to your body, because your body communicates what it wants and what it does not want. So usually I tell my clients, listen to your body, what your body tells you when you feed on that food. If you eat tomato and you get upset, stomach upsets, try do away with it, try reduce it. You can have once a week. You can learn to cook food in ways that you don't need to put tomatoes. Okay, so learn to listen to your body. Alcohol, it is very acidic. Okay, yeah, so these are just some of these foods. If we talked about all the foods, the potatoes, yeah, I know most of you love chips and the stuff. So make sure to avoid some of these. And also, as I usually tell you, visit your nutritionist so that you can have a sit down and learn to plan your diet, because if we talk about it, it could take a whole day. So I'm just giving you some of these things, okay? Yeah, so that is just an overview of it. And guys, make sure you try avoid some of these things, okay? Sorry guys, I keep on having interactions because I'm shooting at my sister's place, and my nieces are really disturbing me, but I love them. So anyway guys, those are some of the things. And not forgetting these carbonated drinks that we are having in the supermarkets, I won't mention them, of course I cannot mention, but you know them. They are very acidic, and they have a, most of them have a pH of 2.2, so you can imagine what you're feeding your body with, okay? Yeah, and again, something to note, if you have yeast problems in your body, and there's a test you can do, you can also know by your tongue. If usually your tongue is whitish, you can check, because most of the people that have yeast problems, they have white tongues. Try and avoid sugary things, and this includes fruits. And I won't tire to tell you that sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter where it comes from. So fruits have a sugar called fructose. So if you have a yeast problem in your body, this fructose is going to feed the yeast, and it's going to give you uric acid. And fungus thrives well in this. And what does that cause you? It brings in things like cancers. So kindly avoid even the fruits nowadays. The minerals, the vitamins we find in fruits, you can find them in vegetables, okay? Yeah, so that's why we are saying eat a lot of green leafy vegetables, because most of these fruits, they're high in fructose, okay? Yeah, so let's avoid these, and take enough rest, above all, reduce stress and anxiety levels. Check on our diet, make sure you take enough water, okay? Yeah, so guys, I didn't have much today, so I just wanted us to check on that. And thank you for listening. I hope you've learned a thing or two, and I hope to see you soon. As always, bye bye, and remember to subscribe. I love you guys.